What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Project Symmetry. Basically today what I'm going to be doing is taking you through my meals step by step, taking you through how I deal with my current diet leading into a prep. So basically at the moment I'm on 2,700 calories. That's split over a 40 protein, 25 fat and 35 carb macro split. I find that that's working well for me right now. I do find that the foods that I'm eating, there is a little bit more fat than usual, so that's why I tapered down the carbs a little bit, and I'm just enjoying it. I've seen a lot of people saying increase your carbs and things like that because you'll grab more energy. My energy's through the roof and I'm on the 25% of fat, so I'm a happy man. So I find it's just personal preference. That will probably change as I get closer to the competition and my carbs start to reduce even more. I will reduce the fat so I can maintain a higher carb. That's generally what I do. But 12 weeks-ish out, that's the split that I'm on. We have got my first meal of the day, breakfast, which is a shake. This is basically 400 calories total, around about. I do my stuff on MyFitnessPal just to get a rough idea of what's going on. It is 32 carb, 14 fat, and 39 protein. Let's do it. So, basically what I do is quite a simple one, I gotta say. Most important thing I find, measure everything, okay? If you're measuring exactly what is going in, it is so much easier to track your macros, because I can tell you now, and I've done it before, if you're extremely hungry, 100 grams is a lot bigger than actual 100 grams when you're hungry. My 100 grams is like 200 grams, it's like a way bigger handful. So, what we do, measure everything we can. Starting off with some just frozen strawberries. I've got 80 grams. So, there we go, bang on 80. Grab some just standard rolled oats. I'm going for 20 grams, so I just level it off. So I generally drink this. The reason why I've got a shake in the morning is the majority of the mornings I'm up really early and I can't be bothered. I used to cook my 5 eggs in the morning, like fry them up and things like that. But at the moment I just really can't be bothered. So I've gone for a shake. It's so much easier. Blend it up, drink it on the way to work. So it saves me a little bit of time in the morning as well. I don't have to sit down and eat it at home. Because I don't really want to take a whole lot of scrambled eggs with me in the car and try and eat that. So this is an easier option for me, basically. We're going half a banana. What I do is I just, because I get a whole lot of bananas, and I wait until they're going kind of really ripe, and instead of them going off and me throwing them away, I just shove them in the freezer. Cut them in half in the freezer. I'm going to go 2 eggs. Just straight in there. You know, a lot of people, man, that shows how pro I am at doing eggs. A lot of people will say, oh, raw eggs in a shake, that's gross. Honestly, I'm a big thing on taste. Like, I love good tasting foods. And you cannot taste the egg, trust me. Once you've got all the banana and the berries and all that type of stuff in there, there's no taste in that egg, so it's fine. I do a little bit of cider vinegar. I find this helps with taste. It's extremely nice. It sweetens things up. The acid kind of cuts through there and actually sweetens the shake up a little bit. It also helps a little bit with digestion. I just do a little bit of 2 caps. So it's about 5 gram a cap or something like that. It's only 10 grams. And then I've got my ProSups Isolate. Just 1 scoop. This will depend on the flavour that you like. This is chocolate, so it's more of a kind of like dark forest type of taste once I've finished. And then all I do basically is blend that up, put a little bit of water in there, Just get some from the fridge. And basically shove that on there, blend it up, drink it on the way to work. Today I'm not working in the morning, so that's good. Take it in, do some work, all that type of stuff. Okay guys, not quite a meal check-in, but a coffee check-in. Basically, this is about an hour after the morning shake that I've had, and I am going for my coffee, my morning coffee. Oh, do I love it. So, beautiful coffee here. Coffee gets a, like, you know, some sort of bad persona around it in a few people, okay? There's a lot of bad rep out there for an increase in blood pressure, all that type of stuff, relying on it too much, all that type of thing. Coffee is like anything. You over-abuse it, you overuse it, and yes, there are going to be effects, okay? Just like carbohydrates, you over-abuse them, you under-abuse them, things happen. Fats, exactly the same, protein, alcohol, drugs, everything, okay? So, my view on coffee is, in moderation, it is perfectly fine. Extremely high in antioxidants. Yes, it raises blood pressure momentarily, but the long-term effects in the majority of people, there is no long-term effects. As I said, lots of antioxidants. This is the one that I use here. Nespresso. And, pro tip guys, I'm doing a bit of Mad August there. One of these bad boys. And one of these bad boys. So the gold and the dark blue. Right. Two of those. Perfect coffee. Perfect coffee. So, the only thing that I would say about coffee intake is don't go crazy. 1 to 2 a day is perfectly fine. When we're looking at things like coffee with sugar, then you've got to take into account that you're going to be taking in more calories than just a standard coffee. So you will have to kind of put that into your nutrition plan or account for that. I know a lot of people that are like, yeah, I have 5 to 6 coffees a day. I'm like, well, you know, that is a lot. But then on top of that, they're having 1 to 2 sugars in each one. So then it becomes a problem because we're taking in, you know, 10 sugars a day. So in terms of that, that's where you've got to watch things. But 1 to 2 coffees a day, milk, trim, full fat, doesn't really matter. Honestly, the difference isn't crazy. I go trim just because I prefer the taste. I don't like that kind of like oiliness on my tongue that the full fat gives. And in terms of when to take in caffeine, all I would say with the coffee is limit it post-workout. So you've worked out, you've increased cortisol, which is fine, but then we want to start tapering it back down. And as soon as we take in any type of stimulant, caffeine, all that type of stuff, we are increasing cortisol yet again. So that's something that we don't really want to do. So in terms of coffee, my overall little view on it is perfectly fine to have in moderation like most things, okay? 1 to 2 cups a day, awesome. Limit your sugar in them, okay? And also limit any coffee intake or any stimulant intake as a whole post-workout. That is generally the best way to do it. I'm going to go enjoy my coffee and then I'll see you at pre-workout meal number 2. Alright, we are on meal 2, which is the pre-workout. Now this is 200 grams of a white basmati rice and 200 grams of chicken. In this particular meal, pre-workout, I lay off the salad and veggies and just things like that just because I want the body to be slightly acidic going into a workout. Taking in veggies and all that type of stuff before creates more of an alkaline environment. So this is probably one of the only meals that I don't have my veggies and things like that in. Post-workout, I have my fruits and stuff like that as the carbs. So basically, just to give you a little overview, this is about 515 calories. It's got a 46 carb 6 fat and a 67 protein, okay? So giving you a little kind of background on prepping, basically. If you want a comprehensive prep guide, head over to my website, sign up. There's Prep 101 on there. That basically takes you through exactly how I prep my meals, how I cook it, when I cook it, all that type of stuff. With my meals at the moment, I'll give you a little, I'll show you. So basically I have containers for everything. So this is my rice. I cook the rice with turmeric and all sorts of stuff. I'll show you if I'm going in here. I cook it with turmeric. I do a bit of cayenne pepper, paprika. I love the spices. So I cook basically all my rice with spices just to give it a bit of a taste. It doesn't do much to the calories anyway. I have marinated my chicken. Let's get this off. In tandoori. So that's a shitload of chicken. So that's basically a tandoori chicken. But if you're looking at how I basically prep, I've got containers for all my stuff. So I've got like all my veggies and stuff down here. But in terms of my meals, this is a sauce that I cook just to give it a bit of flavor. I put that on a few of my meals, not today though. But you know, I'll chuck it on there if it feels a little bit dry, something like that. Pumpkin. Got a different type of meat, so that's lamb. Got my veggies in there, so that's all sorts of stuff. Broccoli, onion, green beans, all that type of stuff. There's a bit of chicken in there, so that's a bit of a different type of chicken. And then I've got all my other meats in there, but they're not cooked yet. Sauces and stuff like that. This here is the tandoori stuff that I chucked on the chicken as well. Marinated with some Greek yogurt. Okay, so we have basically got the weighing scales, plates on there. We're gonna basically weigh out 200 grams of rice. And 200 grams of chicken. So, as I said, like, honestly, your food doesn't have to be boring. It doesn't have to be tasteless. I used to do the whole plain rice, plain chicken thing, but at the end of the day, utilizing lots of spices and marinades and all that type of stuff, it actually makes food prep and eating the food fun rather than kind of a chore, just getting in the macros you need to get in and things like that. So you'll find that, there we go, 200. I do nowadays use a hell of a lot more kind of fun stuff with my food. Then I'm going to go with 200 grams of chicken, so I level it off. Basically dump this 200 grams of chicken on there. Get it all in. 200. And that just goes straight into the microwave, warms up. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos on recipes and all sorts of like ingredients and all that type of stuff, how I marinate my food and things like that on my YouTube and also my website. If you guys have got any requests on particular foods that you eat a lot of but want kind of, not inspiration, but just some ideas on how to cook them and things like that, let me know and I'll do it on that, because generally the foods that I eat are quite broad, and I do a lot of seasoning stuff and things like that because I do love my food. I hate kind of eating the plain stuff. It just makes it not so fun. So 1 hour before my workout, 200 grams of rice, 200 grams of chicken. There we go. And that's just going straight into the microwave. 3 or 4 minutes, depending. So this is my pre-workout meal. This is not my pre-workout shake. I'll have my pre-workout shake 10 to 15 minutes before, or 15 to 20 minutes before I actually work out, and I drink that on the way in the car. So it's pre-workout down. I'll show you guys my pre-workout shake when I have it. It's just a combination of a few different supplements. And then we're into post-workout. Okay, it's an hour after I have just taken in my pre-workout meal. Now it's time for my shake. This is the pre-workout shake of the gods, okay? We've got 4 different supplements. I'll give you a lowdown. A little sprinkle of the BCAAs, full scoop of the Hide. That is the mango passion fruit, bloody good flavour. I've gone for 1 scoop of the NO Drive apple flavour, and then a little sprinkle of the Jekyll on blue raspberry. Things are good. And then if you've really got balls, then you go like 1.5 scoops on the Hide, but that might send you through the roof, so be careful. So what we are going to do, where is it? You know, like it's a typical gym bunny sprinkle, more like, you know, 1/2 to 3/4 of a scoop. But we're going, this is the Hide. You know, good scoop of the Hide. You always know it's good when it frickin' fizzes up. Not fizzes up. Smoke comes out of it. Yeah. Oh, I can taste the Hide in the air. My God. Oh. And then like a sprinkle of the Jekyll. Alright. So, there it is. Mix that stuff up. And I'm going to drink that in the car on the way to the gym. The ears will start burning as I turn down the road to the gym. It does it every time. It's bloody awesome. Those beta-alanine gives you the little tingles as well. Fantastic. Post-workout is now in full effect. I have got my protein here, my Greek yogurt and raisins, this whole post-workout meal here. So, protein, raisins, Greek yogurt at the bottom. Love this meal, absolutely love it. This whole meal is about 740 calories. We're going 86 gram carbs, 17 gram fat, and 58 gram protein. The reason why I have this type of meal post-workout is 1, because I absolutely love the taste, and 2, those fast-acting carbs. There's a lot of research behind taking in fast-acting carbs post-workout to help with protein synthesis and glycogen replenishment and all that type of stuff. Because I'm on a single muscle split, I understand that my glycogen will be restored by the time I train chest today, so by the time I train chest again, I'll have full glycogen stores in my chest, but I enjoy the meal. It works well for me. I've been losing weight consistently with this meal post-workout, even though it is a high amount of carbs. Well, for me anyway. Some people this wouldn't be that too high a carb, 86 grams of carbs, not too bad. But it's been working really well for me. So we've got 2 scoops of the ProSups Whey, creatine. I always take creatine post-workout just to help with the replenishment of the creatine stores, because I've just kind of like smashed them out in that workout. You can take them pre-workout as well. It's whatever works best for you. So try pre-workout, see how you feel. Try post-workout, see how you feel. Me personally, I find post-workout creatine. Okay, that is post-workout down. In about 3-4 hours before I head to work, I'm gonna have my next meal, and then I hit work for about 4 or 5 hours, and then I'm back for my final meal of the day, like big proper meal, and then I hit kind of the last meal of the day is basically just making up for my calories, which I generally make up with watermelon or something like that, just to hit those sweet cravings at night. I find it's awesome, so I make up like the rest of my carbs throughout the day with that. See you on the next meal. Alright, we are on meal 4. This is the meal that I take in just before I start all my evening clients and things like that. Still got a bit of protein in. It's a 560 calorie meal with a split of 43 grams of carbs, 22 grams of fat, and 46 grams of protein. So what it is basically made up of is chicken, rice, veggies, so I'm putting my veggies back in now, a little bit of pumpkin, and then I'm going to actually use that sauce, that tomato sauce on top of the chicken just to give it a bit of flavour. So, as you can see, I've got all my stuff all pre-planned, so super easy to get it all done. Put that straight down, just like normal, measuring everything out. We are going to start with the rice. With the rice, it's going to be a straight 100 grams because normally I'll have about 150 grams in this meal, but because I'm pulling down, or I'm putting in pumpkin and things like that, I count that as carbs, so I've brought that down a little bit in terms of the rice. So, put in all this on. 100 grams of rice. With 130 grams of chicken in this meal. So 130 grams, a little bit less than normal. I normally have 200 grams in each meal. This is my lowest, one of my lowest protein meals. Just because I've taken in quite a bit over the last few meals anyway. So that's 100 grams there. Grab my big ass chicken, finish off. Man, I love this tandoori chicken. I'm thinking about putting the recipe up on my website because it's that good. So keep an eye out for that. Share this with you guys, see if you like it as much as I do. Turn this on. You see me a little bit better. Not really. That might be better. So we've got 130 grams of chicken, 100 grams of rice. We are going for 100 grams of pumpkin. This is just oven roasted pumpkin. Nice and easy to cook. So easy to cook. Cut it in half, put a bit of olive oil on top, chuck it in the oven. Comes out perfect. So it's 100 grams pumpkin. I do count pumpkin as a carb rather than a veg. Whereas veggies, I don't commonly count too many carbs in the veggies. I'm going for 150 grams on the veggies. 40, 150. And to bump up my fats just a little bit, I'm going to do a tablespoon of olive oil over the veggies once it's all heated up. And then that's my meal 4, guys. Okay guys, we are back for the last meal of the day. And she's stealing my sheet that has the macros on it. What's going on? This troublemaker. Back in little shit. That's what I gotta deal with. Alright. This last meal is basically no carbs because I'm filling in my carbs with watermelon at the end just while I'm watching TV to snack on. Kind of dampers down those sweet cravings. So that's going to be my carbs for the end stuff. I'm going for... No. Man, she's back again. Just like a... I'm going to go for... This one is 530 calories, 13 carbs, 21 fats, and 67 protein. And basically it's made up of roast lamb, because I wanted a little bit of something different than the chicken that I've been eating today, and veggies. So now I will, yeah, she cooked it. Now I will hand you to Andrew. Alright, so exactly the same concept as before. I'm gonna start it on here. I'm gonna go for 220 grams of lamb, just because it's a little bit less protein than the chicken per 100 grams. And also, I've taken, you saw in the last meal, I did have some added fat in there from the olive oil. But because this is a lot fattier meat, I'm basically taking that out and replace it with this. So we're going 220 grams. Let's get it done. I'm not worrying too much about the fat. I want as much lean meat as I can, but I've accounted for some fat in there. I'm going to be using all of it. 210.
Thank you for leaving me some.
Yeah. Oh, 220 on the dot. There you go, I've left you some like fat scraps and stuff. And then I'm going to level it off. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to leave her any of this either. Oh, look at that. Perfect. 150 grams. It's like this little bit was made for me of veggies. So that's my final meal. Basically, just going to shove that in the microwave, give it a little heat up. Doesn't look like the most amazing thing, but I got to tell you that lamb tastes amazing. So last meal, and then basically I'm going to finish it off. Basically what I'm doing is I'm looking, seeing how many kind of carbs and stuff like that are ending, and then I'm going to finish it off. So it's about 200 grams. She likes, this was her touch. She wanted the flowers in there, and I said that they wouldn't get in the camera, and now they've got in the camera and she's happy. So that's what's putting me off. There you go. So I'm going to shove that in. My total calories for the entire day has gone actually up to about 2,800, so it's about 100 over, but I have been hitting pretty much, I'm over a tiny little bit on my protein and stuff like that, but I'm going to put all my macro breakdown on the video and everything like that, so you get a good idea of everything. So overshot by 100, doesn't really matter right now being 12 weeks out, but as I get closer to the comp, that I'll taper that back a little bit more and be a lot more strict on hitting them or not. But yeah, last meal. Cheers guys. And then press the button, the red one. Fucking hell. Useless woman.